got a few things. I'm going to springboard off of the fact that you guys are talking about hiking, though. We had Desiree McAndrew asking, what is Jamesie's favorite kilt or kilt style for long hikes? And Chuck Marks also chimed in, similar question. What brands of modern hiking gear do you recommend for the hiking trips across Scotland? They're both planning long range to come out and join you. So,
great questions.
Yeah.
Great questions. You're very educated people that listen to your show.
Do our best.
I like it. I've done a good few hikes in the kilt, in the small kilt, if you want to call it that, or just your dress kilt. The first kilt I ever got was from my father, and it was his kilt when he was young, and it's got passed on to me. And I used to call that my drinking kilt. So when I grew up, I had a drinking kilt that I could go out to the pub in, to the Hogmanay parties, maybe go and see the Scotland national team play at Hampden. And then you would have like a dress kilt that was all prim and proper, and you didn't want to get all that messed up, So I would hike in the drinking kilt. And I've done that. I've done the West Highland Way in that a few times. I've done various just little solo jaunts up to Glencoe, up to the Isle of Skye and that. I like it. But I would say to somebody who's never done it before, this is a pro tip, if you think you're going to walk 100 miles in a kilt, regimental, think again. Because within 2 days you're going to have no skin left in your inner thighs. Been there, seen it, done it, wore that t-shirt, paid for the damages,
Have you ever heard of a company called Body Glide?
Yep.
So it's it's for those out there who haven't heard of it, it's basically a deodorant stick kind of thing, and runners use it for their armpits, for their groin, for the chest, anywhere where you get abrasion or you end up rubbing a bit too much. That's how it started out. There's a couple other companies out there that do it now. So that would be one of my pro tips.
Yep. Works a treat.
Yeah.
I've used such products myself, especially when you're getting into the longer stuff, I mean, if you're just going out there for small hikes, if you're going out there for 5 mile hikes and whatnot, you're all right. But once you start getting into that 15 miles, maybe 20 miles a day, and you're doing it day in, day out, then you're going to start coming across problems. And that's where, products like that come in.
Yeah. Now, do you normally wear a kilt hiking, or are you more, like athletic shorts or performance fabric, that kind of thing? What's your normal kit?
Performance fabric, to put it like that. There's a company in Scotland. See, I like to showcase Scottish things and Scottish product. There's a wonderful company back home called Keela Outdoors, and I think they're leading the way in outdoor fabric and technology, so I try to champion them as much as I can. I like their stuff. I like how it feels. I like it's got good wear and tear about it. So yeah, if I'm going out in the wilds of Scotland, I'm going up into these mountains, the kilt's not going to be my first choice at all. It's not going to be my first choice. I want to dress appropriately for the conditions, because you can get caught out quick up there.
I would say if you are going to go hiking and you've decided you really want to wear the kilt, then what I would suggest is either potentially a polyviscose kilt, one that's machine washable, stain resistant, a little bit less expensive. You can beat it up a little bit and throw it in the washer and not worry about it. Second tip that I would probably have would be like a lower yardage kilt, like a 4-yard, 5-yard kilt versus a full 8-yard dress kilt, or
great advice. Go light.
It's a 5-yard kilt is going to be a little bit more balanced. If you think of 5 yards, you have 1 yard for this apron, 1 yard for the other apron. That's 2 yards, and then you have 3 yards in the pleats in the back. So it's a little bit more balanced, 2 in the front and 3 in the back, versus like a regular 8-yard kilt. You have 2 in the front and 6 in the back. So it's a little bit more weight. Not a lot, but if you're carrying that throughout the day, along with your water, along with your kit, along with everything else, up and down hills and that kind of thing, and jumping off rocks and having to compress your spine as you're carrying all this heavy stuff, I would say a lower yardage kilt will definitely help a bit. So that would be my thought on it.
I think that's great advice. Definitely. The The most famous walk, long distance walk in Scotland is
The West Highland Way.
good man. You
Yeah.
nailed it. The West Highland Way. Everyone knows the West Highland Way. And they reckon there's about 130,000 people try it a year now, with maybe about 80,000 people a year actually completing the full 96 miles. And out of all the places that I wander and hike and climb in Scotland, I would say, if you're on the West Highland Way, you're doing a section of it or whatnot, you're in Mulgai, which is where it starts, that's where you're going to see the walkers wearing the kilts.
Right.
Because these people come from all over the country, all over Europe, and they want to do the walk, they want to do the famous West Highland Way in the kilt, you know.
Nice.
Kilt or no kilt, there is no better place, in my humble opinion, to hike than bonnie Scotland. I'd love to take you, I'd love to show you. So put your boots on, check out www.gentlejames@glens.com. Come on, I'd love to show you around.